I'm Gabby.
And I'm Shanna.
And we're 27 Travels.
And we are a lesbian couple. We have been traveling around the world together for the last basically 9 years. And we're going to do a new series where we talk about the LGBTQ rights of a country that we visited and like what our experience was like there.
So today we're going to talk to you about Fiji.
So Fiji is an island or a group of islands in Oceania, kind of near like Australia, New Zealand, that area. And as you can see here, homosexuality is legal and gay marriage is banned. And they also talk about some different things on this website. We use EqualDeck, so that's what we're going to be using for like this whole series. But you can see that like it talks about if there's any censorship, if changing your gender is illegal, if there's gender affirming care, etc., etc., etc. Those are what the laws say in terms of LGBTQ rights in Fiji, but now we're going to talk about our experience because sometimes the laws and the experience can be different.
We also just want to say that this is obviously our perspective as tourists and our opinion of what those laws mean for when you're actually traveling there and how we personally felt. It is of course different if you are a resident of the place that we're talking about.
Also, we are a lesbian couple, so this could also be different depending on if you are a different letter of the LGBTQ mafia. Our experience in Fiji was that we did feel safe there. Like there were a few times where like some of the people at the hotel would like ask what our relationship was to one another. And we did say that we were married like to the people who were asking, and they were like smiling at us and being like, oh, that's great, you know, like kind of things like that. So in that way we did feel safe. But I will say that the resort culture in Fiji is very family oriented. Like typically you would stay at a resort when you visit Fiji, at least based on our research. And that is what we did. And there are tons of families at resorts, which I think as a queer person just make you feel a little less like you can be yourself.
Yeah, so I think like our overall thing is that we felt safe, but I wouldn't say that we necessarily felt super welcomed as like a queer couple. Like I do think there's a difference between the two things. We felt like the amount of like family culture that was there when it comes to being a tourist was a little bit like, okay, we need to like watch what we're doing, which means that we don't feel 100% comfortable.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that anyone made us feel like we couldn't be ourselves, but I think as queer people, you kind of just, you see like a family there, you know that there's a potential that maybe someone could say something to you, or maybe they could say you're being inappropriate in front of their kids, or just things that are going through your head that maybe on a vacation you just don't really want to deal with. So that was more on like our end versus like what other people were saying or like acting towards us per se. Yeah. If we were gonna rate like how safe and welcomed we felt in Fiji as a lesbian couple, and also in relation to the LGBTQ laws, I feel like we'd give it maybe like a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Yeah, like it's not bad. Like you will feel safe there and have a good vacation, but is it the place where you're gonna feel the most safe?
Or see rainbow flags galore, or like, you know, things like that? No.
Yeah, probably not.
If you are a queer couple wanting to vacation in Fiji, or if you're a queer person in Fiji, I could see how you would love it there and you would feel safe. Just this is just obviously based on our experience.